Today we're reviewing this book. This book by Agatha Christie, Evil and the Sun, is not my typical usual read. I normally read sci-fi, I normally read fantasy, but because I'm an author, I'm trying to diversify my reading experience. And if you want to be an author, I always say first and foremost, read in your genre or your chosen genre that you're going to write in. So if it's fantasy, read as many fantasy bestsellers as you can. Same for sci-fi, same for thriller, same for whatever. But when you get past that point, when you've been doing this for a while, read broadly and read deeply as well. And this is why I've come across Agatha Christie. She is the one of the best-selling author of all time. Her books have sold in the billions, billions. So I picked this book up, not do nothing about it. I just saw the cover. I was like, ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. And I gave it a read. What can we say about this? One, I can see why she's the queen. The plot itself is simple, and there's a reason why it has to be. So I've been reading a lot of whodunits at the moment, mystery, kind of like amateur sleuth, that sort of thing. And you will find that newer writers make it complex for complex sake, and then at the end there's a big plot twist, but you're like, how the fuck did doesn't work. She creates a plot, and it's a perfect summer vacation book you take on the beach and just relax. She's all for the book. There's a list of, like every whodunit, there's a list of characters. One negative thing I'll say: there's too many characters to keep track of, and I felt that they were cardboard cutouts in a little bit. They weren't. There was no depth to them, and I don't think you can do if it's a short read and you've got like a cast of 12 characters. It's not something that you can delve in. Like, you can't delve into their backstory, their motivation. It's almost like a Cluedo. I don't know if some of you reading this know what Cluedo is. Cluedo is a game of, and you have to determine who's the killer by the end of the game. Feels very much like that. Feels like Cluedo based their game on Agatha Christie. But anyway, the one negative I'd give this is just the characters. The slow characters. Sometimes you got confused, but kind of like near the end, near the 90% of the book, I started to understand who they were. I would like to do that sooner. I thought I knew who the killer was, so no spoilers here, but this is set on like a I'll say sunny. It's a UK beach in the 30s. It's like a little resort where people go and mingle and socialize. The main character is Hugh. The main character is Mr. Poirot, Hercule Poirot. Get that name right, and he's a detective in this story. He, like all of us, is enjoying a nice rest, and a murder happens. Murder most foul. And then that's where the story begins. Now, you know who's going to be murdered from a mile away. That's easy. You don't know who's done it. So I thought I knew the person who'd done the murder, and she weaves it and trails it and leaves subtle clues that you think, I know who's done it. And as it came to the end and the big reveal, like every reveal, the detective gets everyone in a room and starts going, you had this motive, you had that motive, da 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 da. I didn't like the ending so much. The ending for me felt a bit flat, and the only reason it felt a bit flat was the reason why they did the murder didn't have, the motivation wasn't there. It felt very, I just want to say slapdash. It just felt very not complete. I've been trying to wrap my brain how to word this. It just didn't feel like an ending. It just felt very rushed. But like I said, I still enjoyed the book. A great read, something different, something I've not seen on TikTok. I've got another book by her, which is a little more popular, which I'm going to read and then review as well. But like I said, first Agatha Christie book, and I love it. Give it a go, give it a read. You guys might love it as well.